Hey, Andy Sullivan here, Blue Collar Corner. Welcome. You haven't heard from me in a while, and unfortunately, I really don't have too much good news, because times are pretty bad right now. Now, as you guys know, I'm in the construction field, and being in construction right now is not a good thing. Private construction is down 35 to 40%. Now, everybody hears through the media how the economy is taking a turn and things are getting better, and the unemployment rate is going down. The unemployment rate is not going down. People are gradually leaving the workforce and no longer being counted in the number. Therefore, it looks like it's going down, but the only thing going down is people who are pursuing jobs. But as I've always said, private construction is the greatest benchmark by which to measure the prosperity or strength of any economy. And right now, this is the worst market in construction I've ever seen. And I see no improvement on the way. Nothing. Because you see, we get the jobs very, very much in advance. And I'm not seeing them. They're not coming across. No one is bidding big jobs. No jobs are coming. So this jobless recovery is not helping the people. It helps all of those corporations, those billion-dollar corporations that Obama bailed out. Yeah, it's been a great help to them. But what about the smaller communities here? Like the small businesses that are getting destroyed. And we have food prices. Food is skyrocketing right now. It's out of control. Water is so expensive. I talk to small businesses. They tell me what they pay for every 3 months for water. It's outrageous. And we're talking about water. And plus their taxes and insurance and their regulation and all of these predatory alphabet agencies that are out to do nothing but justify their position or bring money into the system to pay for all of this lard and government growth. Well, it's got to stop. And the way to start is locally. Now, we have a councilman in the area who all of a sudden is trying to make a mark. He's already served 2 terms and he's been missing in action as far as I'm concerned. As a matter of fact, he reminds me of Obama during his Senate years. Voting present, never taking a stand. You know, here's a guy now, all of a sudden I called him out, and he's letting off these press releases all over the place. He was upset because they had a parade for the Giants, because they won the Super Bowl. And he wanted a parade for the military. That was nothing but blatant pandering. Do you think he gives a damn about the military? He signed onto legislation to force the military to be more diverse and culturally sensitive. Culturally sensitive and more diverse. You know what happened in the military over that? Fort Hood. 14 people murdered. Nadal Hassan was giving everybody warning signs that he was going to snap. And what happened? No one said anything. Do you know why? Because they were so culturally sensitive that no one wanted to say to one of their superior officers for fear of being called a racist. And what ended up happening? People got murdered. 14, not 13, because one of the 13 were pregnant. So to me, it was 14 lives lost that day. Another thing Mr. Gentile seems very upset about, which I cannot for the life of me understand. Oxygen Network wants to do a reality show right here in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. And a lot of the elements of the show are going to be, there's going to be a kind of a parallel to the Jersey Shore, you know, debacle. But as we all make fun of what happened at the Jersey Shore, let me tell you something. It brought an incredible amount of economic activity to that area. And not only to the area, but to the stores they went into, to the clubs they went to the products they bought. And right now, every one of those people are millionaires. And if there's a chance to have a mechanism like that come into our area, so be it. Anything to help with some kind of growth in the area, because right now all I'm seeing is store after store after store closing, and the ones that are open are barely surviving. And a lot of these people are just there to keep their workers going. You know, I was very fortunate the other day when I was at a bagel shop and I saw the owner put his arm around this little older woman who works her tail off. I see her at 5 o'clock in the morning with the bagels, making coffee, making egg sandwiches, and I could tell that one morning she wasn't feeling well. She didn't look right. And this big guy comes up to her and he puts his meaty hand on her little bony back and he says, "Honey, listen, why don't you go home and I'll pay you for the day." And she turned around to him and she said, "No." She goes, "I know you're keeping everybody on and it's coming out of your pocket. I know you're not making the money that you need to support the workforce that you'll keep going." She goes, "No, I'm going to stay. I'm going to work." Do you realize in this community, in Bay Ridge, that there isn't this great separation from owner to worker? I mean, if anything, it's like a team. These workers here, especially in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, they consider themselves like a small business partner, like they have a share in the business. And when they work their job, they work it with such pride, as if it's their own. And that was the very unique thing that I always loved about Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. Because when I was washing glasses at Mustard Seed, or washing dishes at Circles, or doing construction at Vesuvio's Pizzeria, it always felt like that. It always felt like one giant family community. Each one looking out for the other. But right now, government overreach and overregulation and overtaxing has just gotten out of control. And there's nobody fighting for them. Our councilman is not doing anything. Sending out these mock press releases like he cares about something is a joke. He's just trying to get himself on record like he stands for something. But all I see is, I equate it to Obama in the Senate voting present 200 times. He has no true stance. He has no true beliefs. He's not a part of this area like I am. And I'll tell you what, you put me in that council seat and I will fight for you, because there's too much to lose here. There's still a great neighborhood here, and I want to keep it that way. My name's Andy Sullivan. I'm running for City Council.